Welcome back to the MVP podcast, the People Show, where we talk about the most valuable players in the world of sports. My name is B-man. I'm here with Sosa with the sauce, and we're talking NBA today. And the reason why I'm going so fast is because information. There is so much information in just the first game. In the first games back, there is so much information to digest, to try and comprehend, to understand. You know, there's just so much information, man.
Last night at games, there was too many to keep track of. Too many to keep track of.
Way too many. But there are important ones.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Giannis. That's it. I just want to talk about Giannis. No one else.
Just
we
Giannis.
Are going to talk about Giannis.
Bro, we're talking a lot more than just Giannis, bro. Because there's a lot of things that happened in that game.
Nah, we're talking Giannis, bro. But let's you start off for me, please. Start off for me.
Listen, Giannis did not have a bad game. Giannis played well.
Yeah.
Giannis played well. Let's just put that
his
out.
His numbers were nice. His numbers
will always be forever nice. Was it like 32, 11 or something like that? I can't remember.
35, 13, some stuff like that.
Yeah, when you're hitting teens in the rebounding section, you're doing something good. So he's been really, really impressive as far as, you know, putting his team on his shoulders. I think the team as well. I saw Drew. Drew's a great addition, and he works well with these guys. Like, you know, great defensively, got a couple of stops. Like, I think his fit is much better than what Bledsoe was. Bledsoe was a great utility player. Like, you know, he did a lot of things, but like you want your guy to be able to shoot better. I think having him is incredible. But yo, I want to talk less about Giannis. I want to talk about Tatum, bro. Like, you talk about Giannis, I want to talk about Tatum.
I don't want to talk about Tatum.
Why you want to talk about Tatum?
I want to talk about Giannis because Tatum is just good.
You talk about Giannis, yeah, and then get back to me on Tatum. Then you talk about Giannis.
Okay. So I don't have much to say about Tatum. I just think he had a really good game. That's it. I don't have anything else to say about him. So if you want to go off on Tatum, go off on Tatum. I am gonna go off on Giannis and Milwaukee Bucks, right? So first about the game, then about what I see where the problems lie with them. Bearing in mind, Giannis lost on a free throw. He missed the free throw. I hope that eats him up.
I don't hold it against him.
No, but it proves just how, like, the margins are so small. Bro, that one free throw negated everything he did in the game. 30-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, 5-plus assists, I think. Had blocks in there, had steals in there. Like, his stats are nice. But what the hell is wrong with this Milwaukee Bucks team? Number one is that Giannis, his efficiency is too high for a guy that doesn't pass it enough. He has the ball for too much, and man, he is Shaquille O'Neal, isn't he? He is Shaquille O'Neal. He is that dominant. But bro, he tries to force his way through. Bro, he had 5 fouls that game. Wow. All of them were offensive. All of them. Because he tried to barge through everyone because he's that big and that strong. Doesn't work. Now you've got Drew Holiday and you've got Chris Middleton playing really, really, really well. But what my concern is this. Maybe Drew and Chris as a combination can be that person for Giannis. But what Giannis needs is another player that has gravity. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Like, that's gravity that can pull defenses their direction. Let me name you some people that can drag defenses towards them. LeBron James and AD, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, KD and Kyrie, Steph and Clay. Bam will get there, and then you'll have Bam and Butler. I don't think Drew or Chris Middleton have enough gravity to open the game up for Giannis. And I'm sick and tired of hearing that Giannis needs shooters. He's been having shooters. What he needs is a bona fide superstar that can drag the attention away from him. And can we move him to the center already? And Giannis plays center already. It negates. Giannis should just stop playing through the perimeter. It is so hard to watch. Giannis on the perimeter is so hard to watch because you know exactly what he's going to do. You know exactly what he's going to do. Occasionally, he'll have a wraparound pass to Dante DiVincenzo. Occasionally.
He had a good game.
He had a good game, and I was really impressed with him. But Giannis needs more to his game, which is forget the threes. Give me a mid-range. Give me a 12-footer. Give me a 15. Give me a mid-range before you even talk to me about threes. Hit a shot.
To be fair, I did see the game where he did have some turnaround jumpers from the post. So it's not like he doesn't do it. Like, it's there. I think to a level what you're expecting, he's not doing it enough.
Exactly.
Like he should be doing it like to the level of like LaMarcus Aldridge. Like, it should be like automatic. Like,
Maybe not automatic, but switch it up. Don't always get the ball and barge in.
If he had something like that in his arsenal that was consistent, then we keep saying this, it would be night for the league. But like right now, it's not night. It's like
not.
twilight.
People have figured out for the last 3 years now that in order to stop Giannis, you need help defense. And that help defense is always going to be there. And it's not just help defense, it's collapsing defense, where one guy is trying to stay face-to-face with him. He knows he ain't stopping Giannis. No one is stopping Giannis one-on-one. At least not many. Once he gets past him, 3 more players there. But what do you do? What do you make of what I said now? So what do you make of what I said? Which is that, one, he doesn't have he doesn't have the personnel that can open up the game for him. And 2, he's not expanding his game enough to drag defenders closer to him so that the blow-bys are quicker. Giannis always has to take a couple of dribbles before he goes after someone, and that always gives people enough time to take a step back. If people respected his shot, he could pump fake and then go past them, rather than have to take dribbles and allow the defense to collapse as with the amount of time he gives them. Like, do you agree with any of that, or are you like, B-man?
I get it. I do agree with you. But the problem is that if you had, say for example, instead of having Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, instead you got this merged hybrid player that was an elite shooter, great defender, had length, and could handle the ball. Yeah, you had that guy next to Giannis. So you had all these like pros of Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday together in one player. That guy in itself would automatically be the main guy on the team. Like, and then Giannis would be it would literally be like, if you've got a player like that, he would be the guy, and Giannis would have to defer to him because he'd be the lights out shooter. But whereas there isn't a guy like that in the league that's available to the Bucks to acquire. I think they have to deal with the cards that they've got. They've got Chris Middleton, they've got Drew Holiday. I think they are great pieces. Having someone that has gravity can only take you so far, because if that person's not there, or if that person's cold and they start sagging off that guy, then you're back to square one.
To say if someone goes cold, we've seen Chris Middleton go cold last year for like a stretch of, I don't know, it's like a month at the start of the year, where Chris Middleton was just god-awful. And then all of a sudden he went from being god-awful to making up for that by being absolutely outstanding for the rest of the season, to a point where his shooting splits were terrible. And then as he got closer and closer to the end of the season, it looked like he could have had a 50, 40, 90. But then obviously the season ended too early, so we never got the full.
That's why I think Drew being there is a big help, because if Chris goes cold and Giannis is forced to do a lot more, having a guy like Drew who can take up a bit of responsibility on offense, much more than what Bledsoe and George Hill could do, that is definitely going to help Giannis, especially when it comes to playoff basketball. Because let's be honest, he's there not for regular season. Drew's been acquired for playoff basketball.
True. Yeah.
All right, guys, if you like the video, go ahead and like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Share with your friends. We do appreciate all the love and support you've been giving us. Woof! It's been a long morning, mate. I'm gonna have some breakfast.